The decade may not be over, but we're already here to look at some of our favorite teen movies.
I took a sip, make sure it worked.
For good luck.
Yep.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 teen movies from the 2010s. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at films directed at teenage audiences that came out in 2010 to 2017, and that have achieved critical acclaim and/or box office success. Number 10, Submarine.
Now kneel down.
Please, Jordana, what is this?
Written and directed by Richard Ayoade of the IT Crowd fame, this film is a cornerstone of contemporary teen films. Funny and heartbreaking, it follows Oliver Tate, a 15-year-old who tries to find his way in love, all the while trying to hold his family together, amid suspicions that his mother is cheating on his father with an ex who has moved in next door. The whole thing has a delicate air to it that perfectly captures what it's like to be a teenager. It's a poignant reminder of a time where everything felt difficult and dramatic.
Yeah, would you say first in the house fire, given the hypothetical situation that both Dad and I were equally difficult to save?
Number 9, The Diary of a Teenage Girl.
I feel so awkward and ugly and naive and lonely.
Everyone's got growing pains when they're a teen, but not everyone goes quite as far as Minnie does in this coming-of-age movie. An aspiring cartoonist, she decides to test the waters after her sexual awakening and begins a relationship with her mother's boyfriend, Monroe.
I'm almost still a child, you know?
Yeah, I know that.
The two of them are encouraged to spend time together by Minnie's mother and find that they are attracted to one another. This indie movie brings together some great talents like Kristen Wiig and Alexander Skarsgård, in what turns out to be one of the most interesting teen movies we've ever seen.
I imagine they're happy. I wish I knew someone who was happy.
Number 8, The Kings of Summer.
This house, this land, it's ours. We make the rules, you know?
Remember when you were a kid and having a treehouse seemed like it was the coolest thing ever because it was a place where you made your own rules? In this movie, 3 teens decide to run away from their controlling parents and live a new life in the woods with a house they built themselves. They think they can do whatever they want, but after a while, relationships strain and turn sour.
No one was ever trying to hurt you, Joe. It was never about you.
It's an indie film with a lot of heart and a touch of the dark lingering at its edges. And just like having to come out of your treehouse in time for dinner, these teens find themselves returning home before summer's end.
Dad, don't come in here.
Joe, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Seriously, do not come in here. There's a snake.
Whoa.
Number 7, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl.
What group are you in?
I'm not in a group, actually. I just wouldn't belong to a group that doesn't suck.
Despite the long and somewhat depressing title, this movie has a charm that we just can't help but love. If you're in it for a happy ending, we've got some bad news for you. But that really shouldn't stop you from watching this movie anyway. After realizing a girl in his grade has been diagnosed with leukemia, Greg befriends her and the two of them grow close. Greg decides to make a film for her, putting all his time and energy into it.
Everyone feels like they have to lie to me and no one realizes how insulting that is.
Adapted from a 2012 novel of the same name, you get some A+ acting and a heartbreaking plot that will leave you breathless with sadness and exhilarated with hope. Number 6, The Fault in Our Stars.
It'd be a privilege to have my heart broken by you. Hazel,
Gus, I'm a grenade.
Unless you were living under a rock in 2014, there's no way you could have missed the release of this movie. Based on the best-selling book by author John Green, it chronicles the tale of 2 teenagers whose lives become entwined after they meet in a cancer support group. As we watch them try to do the best they can with the time they have left, we're thrown into a journey that takes them all the way to Amsterdam.
So we're on a date?
Hey, you watch it.
Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort gave us some heartfelt performances that shook us to our core and helped launch their careers. We absolutely cannot watch this movie without crying, but it's worth it every single time.
I love you so much, Augustus Powers.
I love you too, so much.
Number 5, The Spectacular Now.
Amy, you're absolutely beautiful.
Oh my god, no.
Before Shailene Woodley appeared in The Fault in Our Stars, she was Amy in The Spectacular Now. A weird girl with offbeat interests, she attracts the attention of Sutter, the party boy who drinks his way through his final year of high school. Despite becoming friends and then starting a relationship, Sutter struggles to give up drinking, eventually convincing himself that he's hopeless like his father.
Do you not see that I am bad for you? You need to get away from me.
It's a movie that's warm even when it's raw, and there are few films that touch on the reality of being an American teenager in the way this one does. The late Roger Ebert gave it 4 stars, and we have to say that we agree.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Number 4, The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
We accept the love we think we deserve.
Any introvert will find themselves relating to something in this movie. Lonely kid Charlie makes friends with a bunch of outsiders, including Sam the cool girl and her stepbrother Patrick.
Hey, you're in my shop class, right? How's your clock coming?
One of few films that portrays mental health issues in teenagers. The movie touches on depression and repressed memories to create a story that's both restrained and empowering.
Welcome to the island of misfit toys.
Directed by the book's author Stephen Chbosky, we can't think of anyone better to direct the movie than the man who wrote the original book. And who can forget the image of the character standing up in the back of a pickup truck, speeding through a tunnel to the sound of David Bowie after seeing this movie.
Oh, we can be heroes just for one day.
Number 3, Lady Bird.
Learn to pull yourself up and not expect everybody to do everything.
A standing ovation at TIFF, the highest ever theater average for a film in limited release directed by a woman, and the most reviewed film ever to remain at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. These are just a few of the things Greta Gerwig's directorial debut has achieved since its fall 2017 release.
She's warm, but she's also kind of scary.
You can't be scary and warm.
At its core, the comedy drama follows the titular teen as she navigates life. This includes relationships with her family and friends, particularly her mother, as well as her religious surroundings and her artistic ambitions, all while coming of age, falling in love, and transitioning from high school to college. Wonderfully acted and directed, Lady Bird is a refreshing and relatable cinematic take on adolescence.
I gave it to myself. It's given to me by me.
Number 2, Easy A.
And you're coming off as a little pious.
Emma Stone might be the world's highest paid actress of 2017, but in this film, she was just finding her feet in her career. A high school student who finds out just how cruel the rumor mill can be, Stone plays Olive, a girl whose reputation gets out of hand when she lies about losing her virginity, and the uptight, super religious Marianne overhears.
I hope for your sake that God has a sense of humor.
With references to The Scarlet Letter and John Hughes, this movie should be on everyone's to-watch list. Plus, it has Stanley Tucci and Patricia Clarkson as some of the dorkiest, funniest, and most lovable parents ever seen in film. What else could you ask for? Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
What?
Yeah, you're gonna have to take off. We're getting complaints. You're having way too much fun. It's making everyone uncomfortable.
Okay.
Oh, really? Is that what they go hitting on strangers now?
You know what? I have no interest in buying you a shirt.
Is that so?
Come on, let's go to Paris's. I want to rob.
Number 1, The Edge of 17.
Look, I don't want to take up a ton of your time, but I'm gonna kill myself.
We do love our indie movies, and Edge of 17 is definitely one of the best. Nadine Franklin is an anxious teen whose insecurities can come across as self-centeredness. After the loss of her father, she struggles to get along with her family and cannot accept it when her best friend begins dating her older brother.
Life isn't fair sometimes, Nadine, okay? Get over it.
Swear to God.
It's one of the most authentic portrayals of adolescence that we've seen, particularly in dealing with the aftermath of a parent's death. Haley Steinfeld has a stunning on-screen presence that grounds the movie. With a sense of humor and a touch of romance, this is a must-see for anyone looking to expand their teen movie repertoire.
Oh my God. I knew it. It's really just the hair.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.